Decisions is what shapes our future. You need to choose now what you want to do. There's no right or wrong way of doing things or ways of living life that anyone can tell you to do besides from yourself. You know exactly what you want and you need to make a decision now. In the ambiguity of options, you will not take action. You will be stagnant. You'll be like dead water, not moving anywhere. You need to decide what you want to do and why you want to do it. You need to actually rewire your brain. How can I make a decision that I can stick to? How can I make a decision that I will live by? There are a few principles that I've learned that I'm going to be talking about here. It will be about the association of pain and of pleasure, and how you can use them to your benefit to condition your mind to actually do what you've decided that you want to do, to change your life right now, and to do that thing that you're waiting to do, that you're looking in the future to do. First, you need to realize that you are not satisfied. No shot you're satisfied. I know you're not. There's no such a way as somebody in self-improvement that is satisfied with what they have now and what their direction looks like. You want more for yourself. You want more for those around you. And in order to do that, you need to make a decision. You can't stay in the same place that you are now. You can't juggle the ideas. Should I do this? Should I do that? You need to pick one and go for it. After deciding this thing that you want to do, you need to take massive action to make things happen. Without massive action, you won't make it anywhere. You may think, oh, little by little. No. Think and decide about what you want to do and take massive leaps, massive action, and believe that you can do what you want to do. Think about inactivity. What has inaction done to you? What has inaction achieved for you? Nothing. Stagnation, one of the worst nightmares that anybody could think of. Not changing anything, anytime, forever. Being inactive is what's made you doubt yourself. It's what made your partners doubt you. It's what made your parents doubt you, your siblings, your friends. Being inactive is what's made you unhappy. And after you apply the frameworks from this video I'll be sharing that I've been using for myself, then you will truly see life in a different way and you will live life in a different way. You'll be able to look forward and say, I've decided to live my highest life. I've decided to love for myself what I am worthy of, what I deserve. People have always believed in you. People have always told you, you're capable of more. How about you let that come to light? Show it to the world. Say to the world that you will not be denied and you will do what you want to do. You will live the life that you're meant to be living. There are two things that you need to accept and really believe before you proceed into any of this. Number one is that you can change right now. Right now you can change. And number two is that only you are responsible for your changes. Nobody else, not family, not friends, not the world. You are in control, you are in power of making that change. To begin, how can you decide that thing that is meant to change your life? How can you decide what is your highest way of living? Well, we're gonna spend 5 minutes in which you're going to be brainstorming ideas for what you want to achieve in your own physical and spiritual growth, in your business and career, and in your contribution to the world. Don't pause the video just yet, I'll give you a segment where you'll do it. First, 5-minute timer, put an actual timer, and you're gonna start writing down thing after thing that you want from those things. For example, for the spiritual and the self-improvement goals, just start writing things like, I want to get a six-pack, I want to be the strongest guy in my gym, I want to do this, I want to find God, I want to be able to meditate and shut out the whole world from my reality. Maybe for your career goals, you want to start a few businesses that change the way that mankind thinks about men and about women. Maybe you want to provide a new method of aircraft landing into the moons and back, of actual airspace engineering. Maybe you want to do something to develop the tunnels underneath the ground that will help and facilitate all traffic. Maybe you want to do whatever you want to do, have a career in music, become a musician, become whatever you want. And maybe for your contribution, maybe you want to start a few non-profit groups. Maybe you want to give to the world. Maybe you want to create your own school, your own educational system. Maybe you want to become the president. Whatever it is, start writing things after things. Something else to note as you are brainstorming these ideas, you need to think these two things in your mind. What would I do? What would I try to achieve if I could not fail? And what would I want from life if I could have anything I wanted? Keep this in mind as you are brainstorming. 5 minutes for anything that is spiritual as well as self-improvement. Start now. Pause the video and write down for 5 minutes all those things without thinking about how you're going to do it. Now. Cool. Once you've done that, do it for the business and career as well. Again, it could be anything like get enough money so that I can give my kids private education. Whatever you want, write them down. Start now. Finally, once again, for contribution, think about what you want to do, the things that you want to achieve. Don't think about how you're going to do it. Start writing them down now. If you haven't done any of this, just click off the video, man. Just leave and don't come back. If you don't take action, you will not change anything. You need to take action. If you actually want to make a change, stop putting excuses for yourself. Stop saying whatever your head wants to tell you and start taking action. If you haven't done it yet, go back and do it now. Do it right now. If you don't have time, click off the video and come back later. But don't just brush past it and do nothing. Stop watching the video if you haven't. Go back, do it again. Now next to each list, write down a number, and this number is going to signify the amount of years in which you want to achieve this within. Maybe 5, maybe 4, maybe this year, and don't spend more than a minute in each of these things. Just do it quickly and don't think too much about it. Cool, now look back at the list and highlight the one that will be most meaningful for you if you achieve this within a year. Obviously, everything has its own pace and its own time, but think about what would be most meaningful, what would be the thing that would make you happiest, what kind of implications that would have on your life, what kind of things you could achieve, what it would really mean to you if you did this within a year. Write down in a paragraph of 3 minutes all of this. And also write down what it would mean if you didn't. If you didn't do it now, when would you do it? If you didn't do it this year, when are you going to do it? Is there excuses? Are you really going to not be able to do it this year? Or if you set your mind into it, could you really do it? What things is this goal of yours depriving and cheating your life out of if you don't do it? How would your life turn out if you didn't respect it? If you didn't live up to the expectation? What would your highest life become? You can spend another 3 minutes minimum doing this, but if it takes you longer, then ignore the timer and carry on writing reasons why it would mean the world to you, why it would mean the world to you not to do it as well. And do this for each of them. 3 minutes minimum, but if you go over, keep going. Now you have this. If you have it on a piece of paper, beautiful. If you have it digitally, print it, look at it twice a day, morning and night. Remind yourself before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning why this will mean the world to you, why this keeps you up at night, why this motivates you throughout the day, why you are committed and devoted to making this happen, to making your real highest life real. Now there will be a little meditation technique. You're just going to think about what you've been doing up until now, which has been depriving you of that life that you deserve, that you want. For me, it's been inaction. It's been doubting myself as well as being lazy. Those two things have deprived me of making greater progress, of having my first marriage attempt go wrong, of having my first business going badly for 6 months, of having this problem, of having that problem. And you need to really correlate the two. All the painful conversations that I've had, of breakups, of family looking down on me, of friends living my life, all of this pain associated with what has made you not be able to make progress. For me, inaction and laziness. I relate this pain, bullying when I was younger, all of this I put it together, and the simple thought of now staying on my phone or sitting down and doing nothing makes me sick. It makes me feel terrible. But not terrible in the way of, oh man, I shouldn't be doing this. No, terrible in the way of like throwing my phone away and I'm like, bro, this. I am meant for something more. I have a highest life than this that I could live if I just took massive action. And I've made the decision that I would live this way. So I shall. After you've done that meditation, you've now taken the pain principle and ticked it off. Meditate about this every now and then, when you're bored or when you're tired. Instead of doing nothing, you can meditate about this. Now pleasure. Think about all the great things that have happened to you. Think about that time when the girl said yes to you when you asked her out. That time when you did something brave and courageous and everyone clapped for you. When you overcame a challenge of some sort and people were impressed by you. When your parents gave you compliments because you did something great and maybe you got a good grade. or they saw that you were devoted and you got your first client in your business. Whatever it is, look at that and think, this happened because fill in the blank, right? Usually because I took action, massive action, and associate pleasure with the action that goes according to what you want to do. If you want to become a musician, your action would be to be there writing songs day and night, to find a new chord, to study, and you put pleasure in doing it. It will no longer become something that you're like, I want to take a break. I want to sit down and just watch anime. Brother, your highest life is waiting for you. What are you doing? You need to really rewire your brain and think about it this way, and have all the pleasure in the world associating with doing the work that you want to do. The more that you practice these two meditations, the more you will rewire and kind of self-hypnotize. The good thing about all of this is rewiring is different from a change. When you change once, you can change again very easily. When you rewire yourself, you need to rewire yourself again. When you've rewired your brain to enjoy an addiction, it becomes a lot tougher to get off of it or to live without it. If you rewire yourself to hate an addiction like they do on the therapy, where you take pills and every time you smoke or you drink, you throw up. It's a reaction that you get. And then because of that, there's association. Likewise, associate pleasure to doing what you need to do. Associate pain to doing what you shouldn't be doing. And this will work as a self-hypnosis for you. Quick reminder to stand straight, fix your posture, take deep breaths into the diaphragm from your nose, and do 25 push-ups after the video. Enjoy. Tread carefully and do this with caution. Do this correctly. Do this with good intentions so that you may not hurt yourself or those around you. You must take action. You must make the decision now. I just dropped a bomb on you of things that I've gathered from loads of different places that have been working for others. I've done it with other people in person. Now I've done it to myself literally. So you can do it to yourself too. Listen to what I said and then practice it. Practice it for yourself. See what you can achieve. Actually take action. Nothing will happen if you don't take action. You can listen to all the motivational shit that you want in the world. Nothing will happen. You need to take massive action. Now, make the decision. That's what will change your future. The decision. Share this with somebody whom it might help or whom it may concern. Apply it. Your highest life is waiting for you. People are waiting for you, for what you will create, what you will discover, what you will share to the world. Try to feel 1% better every day, and much love.